The Colossus Commentary. In the Colossus, the speaker is trying to recreate her father, which makes a connection to Platt's father since he died when she was 8. There are 6 stanzas in 30 lines. The lines are divided equally in short in order to describe different body parts of the statue. Um, in the first stanzas, lines 1 and 2, Sylvia starts off by speaking to an unknown person. I shall never get you put together entirely. She's giving up on the impossible task. Um, it can be inferred that she's talking about piecing a giant statue, since the title of the poem is The Colossus. Lines 3 and 4 and 5, the speakers giving different barnyard sounds, and they're loud and inappropriate. Um, which brings to mind the sounds of animals. And she also said it is worse than a barnyard, and it is coming from the statue or her father's mouth. So to sum up, the first stanzas show hateful towards the statue. In the second stanza, she was mocking the statue by saying that it considered itself an oracle, a mouthpiece of the dead, or some god or other. She was trying to understand the statue by stretching the silt from its throat, but for 30 years she is none the wiser. In the third stanza, she's describing herself as a caretaker for the statue. She climbed on top of the statue and cleaning it. She is so small that it looks like an ant in mourning. By describing herself as an ant, she gave the reader a sense of how small she feels. And the use of the word mourning gives the reader the sense that she's grieving in great loss. The last 3 lines in the third stanza describe the statue's skull, which is clear, bald, white, humility. Moving on to the fourth stanza. Here the speakers making a clear announcement that the Colossus is her father, and what she's trying to do is to recreate it. "Oh, Father, all by yourself." It can be that she's mocking the statue, uh, since she was hate she was hating it from the last three stanzas, or it can be that uh, she's grieving her dad, which is gone when and makes a connection with Sylvia Plath, dad, who was gone when she was 8. The statue remains a pithy and historical as the Roman Forum. Um, Next line, I open my lunch on a hill of black cypress. Your flooded bones and acanthine hair are littered. Uh, which can say that, which can be infer that she's taking a break from her daily caretaker duties, and um, the mention of the color black puts the reader in a funeral mindset. Mm, the word flooded in acanthine describe the kind of ancient columns found in the forum, and the mention of bones also reminds the reader of the skeleton of the father who's dead, of the speaker. To the next stanza. In their own anarchy to the horizon line, it would take more than a lightning stroke to create such a ruin. This shows how massively devastating the loss of the speaker's father was for her. The use of own anarchy not only shows the image of chaotic, but give the reader a sense of just how long the statue has been there. Um, she clearly states that it takes more than a lightning stroke, so it could have been referenced as earthquake, which took down the original Colossus, or it can be um, the speaker trying to calm herself down by saying that the statue has done more than it is required, and like the force of nature is taking it down. To the next line, nights I swat in the cornucopia of your left ear out of the wind. The speaker's taking a shelter in the statue left ear to stay out of the wind, because she's tired of taking care of it, and the wind can be inferred as the outside world when she cannot. It shows pittiness because she cannot deal with the outside world alone without her father. Um, the image of the Colossus ear can be that the statue's listening to her explaining her life and what she has been through. Uh, Ironically, she was hitting the statue from stanza 1 to 4, but now she's taking it for a shelter. mm, to to the last stanza. Uh, she's count the speakers counting the red stars in those of plum color. Um, which can be said that she spends all her nights counting stars and uh, to to kill times to kill time. Uh, in even though the sun is rising, the speakers still focus on darkness. My hours are married to shadow. This could be referred to the way she feels uh, bonding with the depression caused by the death of her father. Uh, Specifically, the two last lines um, shows that the speakers move on and no longer listen to the scarp of a kill. Um, um, a kill is like uh, the ridge that runs along the bottom of some kinds of boats. The image of listening to the keel is to imply that the boat has returned to shore and she's not she has given up waiting for her father to return.